Blue halos and blue fringing around stars usually happen for three main reasons. Number one, chromatic aberration. Your telescope isn't focusing blue light at the exact same point as the other colors. Very common with refractors and fast optics. Number two, overprocessing. If you stretch the blue channel too aggressively in Siril, stars can become bloated and develop blue halos very quickly. And number three, focus issues. Blue wavelengths are the hardest to focus accurately, so even slightly soft focus can make blue stars appear larger and fuzzier. The good news? Most of this can actually be improved during processing.
Hey AstroNerds, Diana here. Sometimes we go back and look at those images and say, wow, the nebula looks good, but the stars don't look too good. What are the tools to fix that chromatic aberration and fringing purple stars that look so ugly? I am going to use is one of my latest images, and this one is the Needle Galaxy, and this one was with the RASA 11 over 3 nights, about 3 hours of images. The scene conditions were not great. I want to start first of all analyzing this image a little bit and see if it has that chromatic aberration and colors that are not too good. This image is in the linear phase. If I go here to linear, it's going to be all black, and this is exactly where you want to start fixing the possible problems with the stars in the linear phase. If you are using Siril for the first time, then you are going to have the latest script. But if you haven't used it for a while, go ahead and check on the Get Scripts area and be sure that you upgrade the script. It has been improved. And also be sure that you create a specific directory for all of these newer scripts, as every time they have an upgrade, you will have to go back and put the latest upgrades in that same directory. One of the features that I find here is the image analysis, and this one is under Tools. I am going to go here into Aberration Inspector. That sounds so ugly, aberration. Check on the description of all of my videos, especially the tutorials, because I am giving cheat sheets for all of this, and I am providing a cheat sheet of keyboard commands for Siril. Now we have this here. It's going to show 9 panels. Most of the problems is going to be on the big stars, which is normally where it happens, because right here in the middle towards the target, I don't see much there. There are a few steps that we need to do first in order to have the aberration remover to work properly. First of all, we need to crop the image. Second, we need to do the background extraction, and that one can be done with any of the different options for background extraction. Try to minimize those gradients. If the image is a color image already, then it's important to go ahead and do the color calibration. So we go into image processing, and let's go into color calibration here. And if the image is properly plate solved, the photometric color calibration will work. If not, it means that the image is not plate solved. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the photometric color calibration. It's working here on the right. So it is plate solved, so all that happened, and it was successful. So now we're going just to go ahead and close. This is another of those processes that we don't see much visually. Sometimes it makes a big difference, sometimes it doesn't. Now it's time to go to the tool itself and see what happens. And another important thing is that this aberration remover also is going to work a little bit on the edges of the galaxy or the nebula. So let me go to Scripts, Python, Processing, and Aberration Remover. In the documentation of the script by Ricardo Alberghi, because it has some really good scripts, is that to leave everything on the default settings. That's what he recommends. The model path, the location where this is has to be it's correct. Click here on Calculate. And let's see what happens. I want to check first on the stars, and then second, it's going to be see what happened on the galaxy itself. Okay, so aberration remover processing complete. Okay, before and after. Now let's check on the galaxy. Before and after. So it did something here. It was very slight, but it did it, okay? So this is the first step on the aberration remover and chromatic aberration. From here, continue with the workflow, and that means you're going to finish the processes that you like to do on the linear phase. Highly recommend that always separate the stars from the target, especially for nebulas. This way you can stretch them individually in little steps, and later you can increase the brightness or the saturation if needed. So for the Unpurple filter, that one is under image processing, filters. Click there on Unpurple filter. It is recommended to use only on non-linear image. So right after we stretch the image, that is the moment to work on the purple stars and colors. Go to image processing, then filters, and Unpurple filter. Enable use star mask and preview. Okay, so once the binary star mask has been created, this can take a while. This took probably around 5 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less, but it was not a few seconds. This star mask is going to protect the background and the galaxy or nebula. We're going to move the blue adjustment all the way to the left. So all of those yellow stars there are the ones that are going to have some type of effect. Let's just take a look. And those are the smaller stars, and even these two that are close to the galaxy. The core of the galaxy is not going to be affected, that's why we have to use this mask. Now we have to start moving the threshold, so we see that the yellow is going to start disappearing, okay? So these ones are looking okay. Just need to go a little bit more. And then we're going to start moving the blue adjustment, okay? And now finally I'm starting to see my stars that don't have that blue. So we have to play a little bit with this. Some stars are going to give a little bit more problems. So let me just go ahead and move a little bit more to this side. These are adjustments that you have to take your time and do little by little. But also I just realized that some of these stars were kind of like yellow itself. Keep looking around the entire image and moving, making very small adjustments on the threshold and also the blue adjustment, and little by little you're going to start seeing that the stars that need to be corrected are going to turn white, and the ones that are yellow naturally, they're going to remain yellow. I want to thank all the members of the membership program, which are the ones that support this channel. Be sure to check on the perks section and the post that I do that is only for the members. Don't forget to always check the links that are in the description of my videos.